I'm doing the astrology for May 4th, 2025. The moon in Leo is bright with hope. We want to see more clearly as we know that it is only through clarity that we find truth. We are in the first quarter of the moon and the sun in Taurus and the moon in Leo. For some, this can compel us towards real choices that inspire us to do real things in this world. There's a fire in our belly, and we stubbornly, Taurus, will not back down, and we have the power to confront and speak up about what is wrong currently in our world, Leo. While we may not have clear and concise solutions, we are willing to present other options and new ways to do things. The big news today is that Pluto appears still in the sky, signaling the beginning of its retrograde motion for the next many months. This complex intensity is going to continue through the 13th of October. We may notice that confusion heightens, and it can feel as if in our reality, certain negative types of power are out of control and something needs to be done. What will become obvious are the self-destructive tendencies of a few are going to continue to put more and more pressure on all of us. Pluto retrograde can be a time when we are asked to address the hardest questions around what used to be our identity and to honestly see what that has now become. Pluto is a planet of fate, karma, and destiny. If you intentionally turn a blind eye to the lessons being presented, karma can come fast and hard. If you are mentally playing a game with the universe, trying to manipulate circumstances to fit your ideals, fate will snip a few of the threads in your life so you learn that you are not in charge of the rules of this reality. If you embrace the lesson, see what is true through the distortion, and make choices that align with your morals and your soul's core value, then a doorway to your destiny awaits. This Pluto retrograde intends to force all of us to confront the uncomfortable truths about the unprecedented manipulation of power. It is a time when we recognize that we must learn to work together, because that is going to be the only way for healing to eventually happen. This process is going to make us shift many things, our attitude being high on the list. This is a time when we are asked to look at the toxicity of our own biases. Clearly, we are going to have to expand our worldview, but for many, that will take a lot of time. While some intend to scream at the darkness, that will have no impact, because anyone that holds darkness inside and has allowed that darkness to fester and take over cannot hear any form of truth. This retrograde is really about planning and plotting for a better future, one that is more inclusive. Power struggles become more obvious, and know that those under pressure are not going quietly into oblivion. Many things are being shaken, and as those rugs are being pulled out, we are going to discover how many rats have been hiding under them and eating away at the abundance of our society. Pluto retrograde loves for mankind to come back to a state of responsibility. It is only in this way that we can find another path to make things right. Our leaders have blown up the bridges, and so there is no going back. The only way out of this mess is to take accountability and recognize that when the majority suffer, while only a few win, it massively creates more instability and conflict. There are astrologers that will mistakenly say that a Pluto retrograde is not necessarily challenging, but a time for us to see past the issues and begin to plan. I would beg to differ. We are beginning a massive unraveling of our society and our stability, and while that is necessary for us to change and force those that made terrible choices to see the error of their ways, to do that, many are going to really suffer as the weight of those choices negatively impact them personally. It is the only way this level of denial can be broken. We can't avoid this process, and we have to deal with what is coming with open eyes and a willingness to deal with each moment as it arises. But make no mistake, it will not be easy or pleasant. Just remember, all of us that are here wanted to be here during this very interesting time. We wanted to be part of building a new and more cohesive world. Perhaps many did not realize that to do such a massive thing, that destruction of the old would have to be pervasive and shocking to witness. But often such things come from learning the hard lesson of such tumultuous times. Thanks, everyone.